Saturday, everyone. Welcome to the Volquest.com 2-minute drill. I'm Brent Hubbs along with Eric Kane. Tennessee back on the practice field following the Vols scrimmage on Thursday. Eric, a lot of corrections, particularly for the defensive side of the ball, even though they had a good day on Thursday.
Yeah, good day and a good tackling day. You know, Josh Heupel said after the scrimmage on Thursday. But you go back, you watch the tape, you find some mistakes, and you get back on the practice field. A lot of angle tackling, a lot of fundamental footwork, stuff like that. Saw that on the defensive line with the bag drills, linebackers with the run reads, all that type of stuff. Even the secondary kind of going through ball drills. A lot of fundamental work that you already see in fall camp. A good day on Thursday, but always things are correct.
Yeah, certainly. And then on the offensive side of the ball, the good news for Tennessee, all those receivers they held out because of the wet track, they didn't want to take any chances on. Back out there today, Joe Milton, Nico having their full complement of receivers, and it showed up in the routes versus air.
No, definitely did. Brew McCoy out there on one side, Ramel Keaton on the other. You had squirrel wide Dante Thornton. I kind of coined it in the practice observations. It was deep ball Saturday, right? And Joe Milton looked really good throwing the football down the field. One all the way to Jacob Warren on the near sideline, one to Squirrel White in the middle of the field. It felt good to have, at least for those guys, to have the full complement of wide receivers out there because truly you can get some work in, but it's all about timing. And you still got a couple of weeks until Virginia, but it's always good to be throwing to your guys in a setting like this, and they were out there on Saturday.
Yeah, and Tennessee will scrimmage again on Wednesday, so we'll see how much work those veteran guys get in that 11-on-11 work. On the offensive front, Ollie Lane settling in at center. That appears to be the case. What does that center left guard spot look like behind Ollie Lane at center, and now with Lane at center and not at left guard?
Yeah, right now it's Lane at center, and as Cooper Mays is kind of sideline, you need to keep that tempo. We talk about it, someone to get the snap back to the quarterbacks, set the tempo, keep the tempo. You saw Ollie Lane in practice today, saying, hey, huddle, 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 kind of getting everything going, or, ball. And so he's at center right now. It looks like Addison Nichols is going to figure into the left guard, spot or rotation, if you will. I'm not saying he's a starter right now, but in conversations we've had since Thursday, it sounds like he got some work at left guard with the ones and the twos. Might have had his best day, so he will continue to snap the football because they've got to find a true backup center. But I think Addison Nichols, as he was on Saturday morning, getting some work in at left guard, along with Andre Carrick and, of course, Ollie Lane. When it's all said and done, we'll have a spot over there at left guard as well.
Yeah, we'll see how all that looks like when they get their full complement back. But right now it looks like Lane is going to be the center for Tennessee. And then we'll see where that left guard spot is. Jackson Lampley factors in there with Andre Carrick as well as Addison Nichols. And then finally at the right tackle position, starting to see a little more Gerald Mincy on that side, it looks like. Not saying he's entrenched there because he's flipping back and forth, but we're seeing him flip more to the right tackle side than we saw in the first week, 10 days of fall camp, if you will.
Yeah, and again, that's who, if you're a coach, in my opinion, that's who you want to play, right? He's bigger, he's more athletic, he's got better feet, looks like an NFL body type, and that's why he was the starter last year. That's why he got the first go of things at left tackle, but just trying to buy in and trying to find that right five. You knew that he was cross-training a little bit, but, in the conversations we had and everything we saw up until about, the scrimmage of last week, it was mainly left side, but worked at right side with the twos in the scrimmage. While we were walking off the field today, they were doing a team practice, and he was over there, going with the ones at right tackle. So we will see. I think that makes them a better offensive line, but obviously that's going to be something that he's bought into.
Yep, still a couple of injury notes to keep an eye on. Omar Norman Lott is limited. He did scrimmage, but he was back with the trainers. Looked like he was limited to start practice today. Dylan Sampson getting a little extra work. He was doing individual work. We'll see how much teamwork he gets moving forward. And then Tamarian McDonald remains out, which means you're seeing more of Warren Burrell at that star position. So we'll keep an eye on that one as it progresses. Tennessee, no media opportunity after practice today. We will see them again tomorrow morning as the Vols return to practice Sunday morning here at Haslam Field. Off on Monday, getting ready for that scrimmage on Wednesday. That's going to do it for this edition of the Volquest.com 2-minute drill. He's Eric Kane. I'm Brent Hubbs.